Here, peace to the gods. Welcome back to this plane of chance and opportunity. Those who are poor in spirit will be filled with heavenly thoughts. Those who are meek are the ones that will inherit the earth. The only thing that's stopping anyone is their self. The only thing that is stopping you from getting out of the situation you're in is your own thoughts. It's your own imagination. See, when in the Bible, when it says those that are poor in spirit, spirit meaning movement, spirit meaning breath, spirit meaning imagination, spirit meaning energy. Those who do not know how to use their energy properly. Those who do not have a high amount of energy. When you have a high amount of energy, you're going to be thinking high vibrational thoughts. When you're thinking high vibrational thoughts, you're going to feel good. And through feeling good and feeling high vibrational, you're going to make actions. And those actions, in turn, create results in your life. First, however you're thinking in your imagination, however you're thinking with those wants that you have, will create images within your subconscious mind. And those images will, in turn, create feelings in your body. Then if you act upon those feelings, clarification from the sun shining on me. If you act on those feelings, then you begin to change your reality. But it first starts mental. All is mental. That's the first Hermetic principle. It all starts mental first. You don't believe me? Stay in the same situation you're in. You don't believe me? Go research it. You don't believe me? What you're thinking of right now is literally making you feel the way you're feeling in this moment as I am speaking to you through this video. If you were to think of anything that you wanted and visualized it over and over and over again, first of all, your brain sends out electromagnetic waves. You have 4 brain wave states: alpha, beta, theta, and delta. And then you have the gamma rays, which encompasses all of the brain waves. But this alpha, beta, theta, and delta brainwave states each correspond with a different state of thinking. And these brainwaves vibrate these brainwaves vibrate outside of your body and into your body. Because if you know Hermeticism, you will know that as above, so below, as within, so without, the law of correspondence. That everything that you're thinking is corresponding with your reality through the law of vibration. Which means everything is vibrating, everything is constantly moving. You think you're a solid being. You think you're solid. You think you're solid, but you're not. You're just vibrations of energy, your waves moving so fast that they become particles, which feel like they're solid. Just like a tornado. A tornado is not solid. But it moves so fast, the wind and the different temperatures and the way it's structured. If you were to try to drive a truck or a car through a tornado, it would be like hitting a brick wall, and that tornado will pull you because of how much energy is moving. Even though energy is the same thing, even though air or wind is the same thing as that same type of energy that's making up a tornado. We're in air. We're in air right now. We're in air. We're moving around freely in air. You can see my hand moving around. But if that wind, if that air were to move at a higher rate, then it will create a more powerful mass. It will create a more powerful force and density. And you would think that that is a solid thing. You would think that a tornado was a solid thing. It would be like hitting a fucking brick wall. But it's not solid. Just as your imagination and your thoughts and the energy that you manipulate with your mind is not quote unquote solid. All of the events that we go through are not quote unquote solid. Nothing that happens is quote unquote solid. It's just energy. It's gentle. It's actually just energy in different forms. And the things that are materialized, the things that you experience, come from thinking them so much, thinking them so long, focusing on it, and having so much attention on it that it becomes a manifested event or reality for you to experience. For you to experience. This reality is nothing more than a projection of subconscious thoughts that have been thought over and over and over again, have been focused on over and over and over again until they materialize into an experience. So if you are poor in spirit, if you are lacking the ability to imagine your way out of a situation, then you must practice. Practice imagining higher levels of thought, being on higher levels of thought. Practice imagining more possibilities. Practice imagining yourself being in your ideal state of awareness. This is all a drama. This is all a movie. This is all like a video game. And the thing that's controlling it is truly your mind. And what is your mind composed of? A conscious mind and a subconscious mind. That conscious mind experiences and uses cognitive control of picking certain thoughts. Critical thinking. Your conscious mind is the critical part of it's the critical thought. Is what focuses on specific areas of the mind. Your subconscious mind is satisfied with anything that happens, whether the conscious mind perceives that as good or bad. The subconscious mind doesn't care. It is the holder of all possible thought that can be thought. And whatever you put in it is what it manifests for the body to experience through the conscious mind. Whatever's put into it, even things that the conscious mind may not be aware of. And this is the trick. The trick is to use your conscious mind to deliberately pick certain thoughts, visions, dreams, images. And to become more aware of the thoughts that are in the subconscious mind and hold those thoughts. The trick is to focus so much on particular thoughts that wish to be, or particular thoughts that are desired, and make them no longer a desire. Have them and hold them to the point where you are within those thoughts. You are those thoughts. You are experiencing that thought within the mind. And what will happen is the vibration of your brain waves will go out into your subconscious mind and attract more of those thoughts for you to experience into a materialized realm, which we call this interface, the earth plane, this plane of chance and opportunity. It's very simple when you know the science. But for those poor in spirit, it must be practiced. You have to constantly practice this. Like for me, I have a Mercury in Pisces, which means I could literally think about a lot of possibilities to the point where it can be a good or a bad thing. I could think of so many possibilities to where I would confuse myself. I could confuse myself and not know which possibility to focus on. There are certain astrological energies, there are certain astrological programs, certain natal fixations that have to train themselves to focus and therefore ascend through their astrological energy. Fully accept themselves for who they are, the good and the bad, and then know exactly what they want so that they can turn that want into a held desire to be manifested. This is why we teach the science of astrology. This is why astrology is so important and vital to knowing thyself and knowing divine knowledge of self. Before you can know how to change your situation, you must know who you are, what you are, and what you subconsciously desire. So that if your subconscious desires, your subconscious wants are not benefiting your reality, then you can deliberately change them using the conscious mind. By switching the thoughts that are focused on. Switching the energies, using your energy to attract different types of energies into your reality. This is the way. Simple, step-by-step thoughts. Thought by thought, begin to change your reality. Begin to change the way you think. Because the way you think, perceive life, and respond to life is truly what makes events take place in your life. It is equivalent. It is equal to the event that is taking place. The way you think and respond to your reality is equivalent to the event that you are experiencing now. It is equivalent. And when you know this, and when you fully realize this and encompass your consciousness with this way of thinking, then you will see that all you need is balance. It's not about shunning a piece of yourself for being a way that you do not see fit. And it's not about being so overly positive that you are not cautious of bad things to come, quote unquote, bad things to come. It is about keeping that perfect balance and not allowing anything to perturb you. In the words of the most honorable prophet, Chief Eligio the Christ, keep the knowledge and it will keep you. Any type of information that allows one to be unbalanced, to be imbalanced, let it go. Empty your cup. And start to take control of your own mind. Start to take control of your imagination. Start to take control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. And that is how your reality will change for you. Because truly your reality is nothing more than a reflection of self. Reflected life on the most honorable prophet, Chief Eligio the Christ. Higher self of the brown man and Wombman walking this plane. I love myself.